Okay, so it's Friday, and I'm going to shoot another vlog video, what you're watching right now. I got to run to the post office, send out the prizes that people have won for the Jurassic Pets giveaway. One disclosure there is if you needed a shirt size that wasn't a large or an extra large, those shirts are still on hold, and I will just send those to you once they come in. The order is placed, so I expect them in the next week or so. But I want to get your Jurassic Pets products out there to you so you can use them. And surprisingly, there's a few prizes that have yet to be claimed. I'm going to message those people one final time, and I'm going to give you about 2 weeks. We'll go 1st of February. If those prizes aren't claimed by the 1st of February, we're just going to throw them into another giveaway. Still got the little camera to give away as well. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that, because I want to make sure it goes to somebody, who can utilize it, who can, help them get a channel going of their own. So I'm not sure how I got to figure out how to do that. I'm really open to suggestions. Feel free to comment those down below. And so yeah, let's get going. Post office. I got to get a haircut. Then we'll come back. We'll get into some of these cages that we need to clean, and maybe even feed some of these guys today. And so let's get to it. Let's get rolling. Okay, so I'm back home, doing all the errands, getting all nice and cleaned up. One of the things I wanted to tackle this morning was the Legless Lizard. Now, you haven't seen him in a while, and quite honestly, I haven't either. The way I have his cage set up, which you've seen me put together, he's kind of wild again, I guess you would say. He hides, and usually all I do is catch the tip of his tail as he escapes into his tunnels, or I might see his head just sticking out of a tunnel, and then as soon as he sees movement in the room, he retracts in. But it's been a little while, so I was a little concerned. So I took it upon myself, and I have destroyed his cage. You can see here, sorry about the light. Yeah, I've got it all torn up. I found him. He is doing fine. I'll dig him out again. He is burrowed back in, but I'm gonna redo this cage. It didn't really quite turn out as well as I had hoped, and two, I don't like the fact that I couldn't freely go in and get him when I needed to, because I didn't want to destroy his tunnels. But I don't know, for the safety and the health of him, I can't keep his cage like this. So let me dig him back out again. Put you down. Let's see. So here he is. He's back. Doesn't really look like he's gotten any bigger, but so we're going to redo this guy's cage. I don't have the supplies today to be able to do that, so we're going to kind of put this cage back somewhat to the way it was, and then next time I go to a reptile show, I will pick up the supplies that I think I need to build this to where I can meet his needs oop, and my needs to be able to get him out and to check on him easily when I need to. And as you can see, he's kind of grumpy. But I just destroyed the last of his tunnels, so he's not very happy. But that's him. The Legless Lizard. Let's go ahead and put this stuff back, and then let's move on to cleaning other cages. Okay, one of the things I did that I'm working on is the tortoise cage, which is a 75-gallon tank, and I need to get a light that goes across the whole thing, but for now I just have the one side, and I have the heat emitter right there in the middle, so it gets it nice and warm. Now I was going to take this plant here and put it inside there. Now I realized they were going to try to eat that plant, so I thought if I use that piece of driftwood as a barrier that they wouldn't. But you can see that they think it's a jungle gym, so I had to remove the plant. So let's watch these guys try to climb. Now I don't know why they insist on climbing that piece of driftwood, but I was going to put that plant in the corner and then kind of use this like that as a barricade, but it's not going to work. So I'm just going to simply, I'm just going to put it in there. For whatever reason, they are interested in that piece of driftwood to climb on it. I don't know why. I'm going to leave it in there and let them do just that. Let them climb on it. But again, this cage is a work in progress. So I'll get lights that go across the entire top of the cage, so that way they're getting their full spectrum UVB lighting that they need wherever they're at in the cage. Of course, in the middle I got the heat emitter, which gives them a nice warm toasty spot right there in the middle. And also let's take a look at this. Now I found this food while I was at the pet store, and I thought, well, I'd pick it up and give it a try. They've got it for other reptiles, but tortoises are the only reptile I have that it comes into, so I thought I'd give it a try. Right now I'd say it's iffy. They seem to eat it, so I guess that's a good thing, but I'm sure this isn't going to be good as a staple diet for these Russian tortoises, as they are more of a grassland like tortoise. So, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to feed them every now and again. So that's what's going on with the tortoise tank, trying new things, trying new foods, and you know, just trying to give them the best that I can. So let's look at some other stuff going on in the reptile room. Okay, so behind me is this cage. Now if you're a long-time subscriber, you know I started building this thing literally from scratch like 2 years ago, and I brought it in. It's on, you know, top of that other aquarium setup that I purchased, not aquarium, that commercial store display that I purchased back in the middle of summer. So then I brought this in. Now there's nothing in there. It's not completely done. I've got to put some more trim on here because you can tell the doors are loose. But I'm not totally for sure just yet what I want to place in there. Now I have some ideals, but then I'd have to buy new reptiles, which isn't a bad thing. However, I got to keep in mind that we're going to be moving hopefully within the next year, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to be getting into when it comes to the next house. Obviously, in my mind, and my wife, we're trying to keep in mind that I do need a space for my reptiles. You know, a room that's somewhere around the size of this room. A little bigger would actually be nice. Kind of found one house that actually had a detached 2.5 car garage. It was 2.5 wide, but it was deep enough that, you know, you could park a car too deep. And what they had done was that second half of the garage, they actually put up a wall and made 2 rooms, and they were heated, which was perfect. But the house wasn't what we were looking for. So, you know, I always got to keep that in mind. So, as much as I would love to put something new in here, you know, I might just, maybe my corn snakes might get the upgrade, and they get to live in this for now, to get them out of those tubs, because, you know, I'm trying to move away from that. And definitely I could put one on either side, and that would help get rid of a few more tubs. So I don't know, let's, you know, take a look at what you think. Let's see, I made it, it's got a screen, and we're getting a lot of reflection, but I cut out the top for screen for air ventilation. Let's just open this. I made it sliding doors, so easy to get into. You can kind of see, you know, we're just kind of playing around with some driftwood, kind of getting a feel for it. But you can see what I did. This is screen all the way around. We got a light. That hole back there was originally going to be where I added some type of misting system, because this was originally going to be for a pair of young green tree pythons, as well as originally building it for. I would still like to acquire a pair of, or at least a green tree python, or maybe even an emerald boa. But like I said, I gotta wait and see, you know, what the move situation is going to do. And again, this one slides open too. Just some nice driftwood. You know, it's everything the same over there. The wall was protected by a product for your basement. It's supposed to dry, or, you know, help keep your walls dried. But anyways, there might be a link up here to that video, so you can see exactly what I did to build this. So I won't go into that this time, unless you really want me to. Comment below, and, you know, I'll talk more in depth about that. I just don't want to bore you if you're not interested in knowing how that was built. Of course, the crested geckos and the why can I never remember this gecko's name? Let's see, where is he? Oh, you can't hardly see him. He's right back there with the reflection. You can't see him, which was sold to me as a him, but it actually turns out to be a female. I did find an egg in there. So Harlemaru, something like that. I can never pronounce that name. Poor man's lychee, and I'm a poor man, so that's why I picked that Sheila. I guess we have to come up with a female name for it, because it is a girl. I did find an egg in there, so that is that. That's kind of a quick update on that. It's still work in progress, like I said, but you know, it should be fun. You kind of see how deep it is and tall. You know, it's here's just a collection of stuff that I've got, you know, but so let's take a look at what else is going into the reptile room. Well, I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to get some rodents out of the freezer, and I'm going to try to feed the snakes tonight. I can definitely film it and turn that into a video if you guys are interested. Of course, let me know in the comments below if you want to see a feeding video. I'll be more than happy to do it. Thanks for following me on my day today. And you know, again, t-shirts are on sale. Go to the Facebook page, Reptile Jones. Details are there. $20 shipped in the United States.